So how does you having confidence in yourself, having worth and value in yourself feel differently than when you shift and change yourself to fitting in? In today's video, I'm going to go into exploring how your body feels differently in these little different ways of being in yourself, and will sense and feel that within you. So thank you for joining me. I'm Amy C. with You Finding You. I'm an intuitive and transformational coach. And currently in the dialog box below, you'll see that I have a freebie that you can snag up that has different ways that you can connect in with your body, and is ways that you can start to develop and get this connection of the mind-body connection and just start exploring and feeling and sensing into this. So again, do check that out. That's in the dialog box below. So continuing on the series this week of how we're seeking externally, like looking outside of us, and how specifically we adjust ourselves to fit in with the group and to belong, to feel a sense of this is the group I am worthy of being with, but we adjust ourselves to fit in. And in the previous video, I talked about some steps you can start taking so that you don't have to just fit in. But I wanted to actually play with this in our body as well, like sensing the difference of you authentically being you. And like I said at the beginning, feeling a confidence in yourself, feeling that worth in yourself, and when you step into starting to really be you and knowing this is who you are on the inside, that confidence comes out. Because you're like, this is just who I am. This is who I want to be in the world. And so it starts to come up more in yourself, and you build up that self-confidence in your own self-worth. But I wanted to play with this idea of how does your body feel in when you're having to fit in versus just being you. So let's go ahead and play with it and think of a scenario or a situation where you did shift and mold yourself to fit in, where you met up with friends or people you knew. And for myself, years ago, I would hang out with this group. I was living in Los Angeles, and it was one of the first studios I started working with, and I started to become friends with all these guys and gals at work, and we would go out to lunch, we'd go out for dinners, and I always just went along with the flow. I was always just kind of like, yeah, you know, I thought that was easy going, but I never actually had an opinion. I just went along with what everyone else wanted. So it was kind of like, oh, I'm just going along with everyone else because that's what they want. That's what the group wants, rather than me actually having an opinion or a idea. And so just thinking about this, where it's like, I don't actually have an opinion or idea. But eventually I started to move away from that because I wanted to have an opinion, an idea. I wanted to actually have my own input. But I felt like if I had my own input, people around me wouldn't accept me or wouldn't want that or would disagree with it, and I didn't want conflict. So being in this place right now, thinking about you don't want the conflict, so you're just going along with the flow. You're just doing what everyone else wants, and you're easygoing. And it's like, how does your body feel? Just noticing it right now. Like what I'm feeling for myself is I feel smaller. Like I'm actually kind of putting myself in a box that is saying, yeah, you know, you can't really have your own opinion. You can't really speak up. And like, I didn't know that I was doing this to myself. Like I didn't realize that I was putting these constraints on myself. I thought that this is what I needed to do to belong, to fit in, that I needed to put these constraints in, you know? And so just thinking about that right now, like even as I said the word constraints, I feel my body is more constrained. Like, no, yeah, I can't really do these things, or I can't really speak up because there might be conflict. People might not agree with it. So I'm taking a breath because I'm even noticing that I'm like more constrained, more smaller. And just again, noticing this. Do you feel it in your own body? How does it feel being in this place of I'm fitting in, I'm doing what the others want? Again, for me, it was this feeling of, oh, I'm easygoing, I can go along with the flow, whatever, you know. So just noticing that. Take a nice deep breath and let's go ahead and shake that off. Shake off this imagery, the storyline here, and then take another breath. I needed that. And then let's connect with yourself. That you are just fully being yourself. You're fully alive. You get to create and have fun. And if you like to play and, you know, you're with others and you're sharing your ideas, you're sharing what you want to do, what you get to do. You actually get to create with these other people, and you go out to restaurants that you love. Like you get to say, hey, I like this place, and everyone else is like, me too, let's go there. Or they're like, yeah, I like this place over here, but we can go today. We can go to your place. Tomorrow we'll go to mine. You know, like you're actually sharing and saying what you love, what you like. And just noticing right now, how does your body feel in this place? Like you actually getting to share your interests, your likes, your who you are, and it's being received. Now, people might say, yeah, I'm not interested in that, but they're not telling you that that's your worth. And that was the thing. I want to just share that really quick, that when people contradict or say no to what you're saying, it's not defining your worth. You are the one that defines your worth. So just noticing that it's like, I get to share what I want. I get to have these things. I get to be in this community, be seen, be heard. And none of it's about my worth. None of it's about how good I am, how bad I am, the belief that we have of not good enough. It's just having this community that hears you and wants to do what you're doing too. Or, like I said, maybe they're like, yeah, I'm not as interested in that place, but maybe I'll go today. You know, maybe I'll try it out. Or, yeah, I'm not going to go, so this friend doesn't join you today. You know, it's things will shift and change, but just noticing again in your body how this feels. Like earlier, what I felt with the fitting in was this constraining feeling. Like I put myself in a box. I said, I cannot have this. Where in this place, I feel wide open. I feel very much like I get to share, I get to express, I get to be me. Now, what I want to play with really quick too is fears that come up of, yeah, but what if these people don't like what I'm saying? Again, this is coming back to your worth. This is coming back to not being good enough or the feeling of not good enough. And I want to express again that you're the one that defines that. So feeling or having these fears come up, you know, it's like constraining again of like, oh, are they not gonna like it? I'm not sure, I want to express this, but they might not like it. If they don't like it, it's not about you, it's they don't like it. They're not interested in it. They're still gonna be your friend though. They're still gonna wanna hang out with you. So there might be these fears that come up in that, but I want to express again, those fears that come up is about your worth or not believing you're good enough. So acknowledging that it is your worth or your feeling of not good enough that is stopping you from fully opening up. And again, your worth comes from the inside. So take another breath here, and if you notice the difference between this idea of you need to fit in and how we're constraining ourselves to this idea of stepping into who you are, the values within you, and stepping into this place and knowing who you are. And right now too, this is the coaching that I offer and help out with people, is going from the place of not really feeling satisfied, we're putting these constraints on ourselves, feeling stuck, and into a place where you can really live free. Like you're liberated from all these constraints that you've been putting on yourself. So again, if you're interested in any of the programs, you can check it out in the dialog box below. And thank you guys for joining me today. If you are enjoying and getting value out of these videos, do hit that like, share, and subscribe. Thank you again. I'll see you in the next video.